Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. Today, we will be discussing an important environmental issue that affects people, animals, and ecosystem around the world. Our topic is plastic pollution.
Plastic pollution has become one of the most serious environmental challenges in the 21st century. Every day, millions of plastic items are used and discarded, creating problems for our environment.
In this podcast, we will discuss what plastic pollution is, its cause, effect, possible solutions, and what we can do as individuals to reduce the problem.
We will also share our opinions, experience, and suggestions regarding these issues.
Let's begin by understanding what plastic pollution actually means. What exactly is plastic pollution?
Plastic pollution refers to the accumulation of plastic waste in the environment. This includes plastic bags, bottles, food containers, straws, and many other plastic products that are discarded improperly.
Why is plastic such a problem compared to other type of waste?
One reason is that plastic take a very long time to decompose. Some plastic products may remain in the environment for hundreds of years.
That's alarming. Many people use plastic every day without realizing its long-term impact.
Yes, plastic is cheap, convenient, and widely available, which is why it is used almost everywhere.
Can you explain the difference between ordinary plastic waste and microplastic?
Microplastics are tiny plastic particles formed when large plastic items break down into smaller pieces. They can be found in rivers, oceans, food, and even drinking water.
So, plastic pollution is not only visible waste, it can also exist in form that we cannot easily see.
Exactly.
Plastic products are part of daily life. Can you give some common examples?
Certainly. Many people uh, use plastic bag when shopping, plastic bottle for drinking water, and plastic containers for storing food.
What about item used at the home?
At home, we often use plastic cup, plates, toothbrushes, detergent bottles, and packaging materials. These products are convenient but can contribute to pollution if not disposed of properly.
I also noticed that many takeaway meals come in plastic packaging.
That's correct. Plastic food containers, straws, disposable cutlery, and plastic wrappers are commonly used in restaurants and food stores.
Are these single-use plastic a major contributor to plastic pollution?
Yes, single-use plastic are designed to be used once and then thrown away because they are used in large quantity every day. They generate a significant amount of waste.
What about plastic product used in school and office?
Example include pens, file folder, plastic covers, and stationery packaging. Although these items are useful, responsible usage and recycling are important.
It seems that plastic is everywhere in our daily activities.
Exactly. That's why reducing unnecessary plastic use and choosing reusable alternatives can help minimize plastic pollution.
Now let's talk about the cause of plastic pollution. What do you think is the biggest cause?
In my opinion, the bigger cause is the the excessive use of single-use plastic,
Can you give some examples?
like plastic bag, plastic straws, takeaway containers, plastic cups, and packaging materials.
Mm, I agree. Many of these items are used for only a few minutes but remain in the environment for many years.
And another cause is improper waste disposal.
That's true. Some people throw rubbish into rivers, drain, or public places.
Lack, lack of environmental awareness is another contributing factor.
I think many people understand that pollution is harmful, but they may not realize how their daily habits contribute to the problem.
Industry and businesses also contribute through excessive packaging and poor waste management practices.
So, we can conclude that plastic pollution is caused by individuals' behavior, industrial practice, and weak waste management system. Let's move on the effects of plastic pollution on the environment.
Okay, one major effect is damage to marine ecosystems.
How does plastic affect marine life?
Many marine animals uh, mistake plastic for food, and the sea turtles often confuse plastic bag with jellyfish.
What happens when animals consume plastic?
They may become sick, suffer injuries, or even die.
That's very concerning.
And plastic waste can also damage coral reefs and disrupt natural ecosystems.
Besides the ocean, how does plastic affect land environment?
Plastic waste can contaminate soil and affect the plant growth.
Can it affect water sources as well?
Yes, plastic waste often enters rivers and lakes and polluting water supplies.
So, the environment impact is much broader than many people think.
Definitely.
Many people think plastic pollution only affect animals. Is that true?
Not at all. Plastic pollution can also affect human health. Mhm.
How does this happen?
How does this happen? Microplastic has been found in food, seafood, and drinking water.
That means humans may unknowingly consume plastic particles.
Exactly.
How do you feel about that?
I feel worried because scientists are still studying the long-term effect of microplastic on human health.
I share the same concern. It shows that plastic pollution is not just an environmental issue, but also a public health issue.
Okay.
Let's focus on Malaysia. Do you think plastic pollution is a serious issue in our country?
Yes, definitely. Um, Plastic pollution is becoming more visible in many parts of Malaysia. We can see plastic waste in river, beaches, drains, and even public areas.
I agree. Sometime after public event or festival, large amount of plastic waste can be seen left behind.
That's true. Many people still rely heavily on single-use plastic because they are cheap and convenient.
Can you think of some example of single-use plastic that Malaysians use every day?
Of course, plastic bag from supermarket, takeaway food containers, plastic straw, disposable cups, and plastic packaging are very common.
I think food delivery service have also contributed to the increase in plastic waste.
Yes. Online food delivery has become popular. People often receive food with plastic containers, plastic cutlery, and plastic bags.
Do you think people are aware of the problem?
Some people are aware, but not everyone take actions. Many people understand that plastic pollution is harmful, but they continue using plastic because it is convenient.
That is an interesting point. Sometimes people know something is wrong, but changing habit can be difficult.
Exactly. Environmental awareness alone is not enough. People must also change their behavior.
What environmental problem can plastic pollution cause in Malaysia?
One major problem is flooding. Plastic waste can block drains and waterways, especially during heavy rain. Yeah.
That's true. When drains become clogged, water cannot flow properly.
And another problem is river pollution. Many rivers are polluted by plastic waste that is from a responsibility.
How do you feel when you see plastic waste in natural areas?
Honestly, I feel disappointed because Malaysia is a beautiful country with many natural attractions.
Mm, I feel the same way. Seeing rubbish along beach and river can be very discouraging.
It also affects tourism, tourism because visitors may have a negative impression of the environment.
So, the plastic pollution not only affect human natural, but also affect the country image and economy.
Exactly.
Now let's move to possible solution. In your opinion, what is the most effective way to reduce plastic pollution?
I think the most effective solution is reducing our dependence on single-use plastics.
Why do you think so?
Because prevention is better than dealing with waste after it has already been produced.
That makes sense. If less plastic is used, less plastic will become waste.
Exactly.
What are some simple action that individuals can take?
I think people can bring reusable shopping bag when they go shopping.
That's a good idea.
And they can also carry reusable water bottle and food containers.
Um, I think these small habits can make big difference if many people practice them consistently.
I agree. Sometimes people uh, underestimate the impact of small actions.
What role do school play in solving this problem?
Who can educate students about environmental responsibility?
Can you give some examples?
For example, school can organize recycling campaigns, environmental competition, and community cleanup programs.
I think environment education should start from a young age.
Absolutely. And children who learn good habits early are more likely to continue those habits as adults.
How about businesses?
Businesses should reduce unnecessary packaging and use environmentally friendly materials.
Some companies have started replacing plastic straw with paper straw.
Yes, and some businesses encourage customers to bring their own containers.
What can government do?
Government can introduce stricter rules regarding plastic waste management.
Mm, do you think banning certain plastic product is a good idea?
In my opinion, yes. However, suitable alternatives must also be available.
That's balanced view. Simply banning plastic may not be enough without practical alternative.
Exactly, governments, businesses, and citizens must work together.
So, is no single solution. Multiple strategies are needed.
I completely agree.
Let's think about the future. What might happen if plastic pollutions continue to increase?
Current trends continue. We may see more polluted oceans and rivers.
How would that affect marine life?
Many species could suffer from habitat disruption and increased exposure to plastic waste.
Would some species become endangered?
Yes, if animals continue consuming plastic, their populations may decline significantly.
What about human beings?
Humans could face greater health risks due to increased exposure to microplastic.
Mm, Do you feel, do you think future generation will be affected?
Definitely, if we do not act now, future generations may inherit a more polluted environment.
That's quite worrying.
Yes, environmental problems often develop slowly, which makes people underestimate them.
Now let's imagine a different scenario. What if society successfully reduce plastic waste?
Then we could have cleaner rivers, cleaner beaches, and healthier ecosystems.
That sounds much more positive.
Wildlife would be better protected, and communities would enjoy a cleaner environment.
So the future depends on the choice we make today.
Exactly. Our action today will shape the the environment of tomorrow.
We have discussed many aspects of plastic pollution today. What is the most important thing you learned from this discussion?
For me, the most important lesson is that plastic pollution affects not only the environment but also human health and future generations.
That's very important point.
Oh,
Mm, I learned that many environmental problems are connected to our daily habits. Something as simple as using a plastic bag may have long-term consequences.
I agree. Sometimes we focus on large scale problems and forget that individual action also matter.
Mm, Before we end, what messages would you like to share with our listener?
I would like to encourage everyone to think carefully before using disposable plastic products.
That's great message.
Even small changes such as bringing a reusable holder or refusing unnecessary plastic bags can contribute to a cleaner environment.
My message is that protecting the environment is everyone's responsibility. We should not wait for others to take action first.
Exactly. Change begins with each individual.
To conclude, plastic pollution is a serious environmental issue caused by excessive plastic use, poor waste the management and lack of awareness.
It affects wildlife, ecosystems, human health, and even the economy.
Mm, However, through education, responsible behavior, and effective policy, we can reduce the impact of plastic pollution.
Together, we can create a cleaner and more sustainable future.
Thank you for the interesting discussion, and I have a few questions regarding plastic pollution. First, in your opinion, why do people continue using so much plastic even though they know it is harmful to the environment?
Mm, I think convenience is the main reason. Plastic products are cheap, lightweight, and easy to use. Many people choose convenience or environmental responsibility.
I agree. Besides that, some people are aware of the problem but do not think their individual actions can make a difference. As a result, they continue their usual habits.
Um, which group do you think should take the greatest responsibility for reducing plastic pollution? Individuals, business, or governments?
In my opinion, government should play the biggest role because they have the power to create laws and regulation.
I understand that point, but I believe everyone share responsibility. Government can create policies, businesses can reduce plastic packaging, and individuals can make environmentally friendly choices.
Thank you. And how does plastic pollution affect marine animals?
Many animals, marine animals, accidentally eat plastic because they mistake it for food.
Some animals also become trapped in plastic waste such as fishing nets on and plastic rings. It can cause injuries and even death.
Do you think Malaysia is doing enough to reduce plastic pollution?
I think Malaysia has made some progress through awareness campaigns and recycling initiatives.
However, I believe more efforts are still needed. For example, stronger enforcement and better waste management system could help reduce plastic pollution for more effectively.
What is one simple action that students can take to reduce plastic waste?
Students can bring reusable water bottles instead of buying bottles drink every day.
They can also bring reusable containers and shopping bags whenever possible.
How do you feel when you see plastic waste in rivers, parks, or beaches?
I feel disappointed because it shows a lack of environmental awareness.
I feel concerned about the impact on wildlife and future generations. It reminds me that everyone has a responsibility to protect the environment.
What might happen if people continue ignoring plastic pollution?
Plastic waste will continue accumulating in the environment and affecting ecosystem.
In the future, environmental and health problems may become more serious. Future generations could face challenges that are much harder to solve.
Can recycling alone solve the problem of plastic pollution?
I do not think recycling alone is enough.
I agree. Recycling is important, but people must also reduce plastic consumption and reuse product whenever possible.
Some people say banning single use plastics would be inconvenient. What is your opinion?
There may be some inconvenience at first, but the environment benefits are much greater in the long term.
I agree. People can adapt to alternatives such as reusable bags, bottles, and containers.
If you could give one message to the public about plastic pollution, what would it be?
My message would be that every small action matters. We should start making environmentally responsible choice today.
I would encourage everyone to think about the long-term consequence of plastic waste. For this thing, the environment is a shared responsibility.
Thank you for answering my questions. From today's discussion, it is clear that plastic pollution is a serious issue that requires cooperation from everyone. Hopefully, more people will take action to reduce plastic waste and protect our environment.
Thank you for your question and for listening to our podcast.
We hope this discussion has increased awareness about plastic pollution and encourage everyone to take action for a cleaner and healthier planet.
Thank
Thank
you
you and
and goodbye.
goodbye.